Alrighty, now it is time to wrap up the mid-month elemental readings with my water signs. I greatly appreciate your all's patience. No bias, no particular reason why y'all were last. Just kind of random, honestly. But the show must go on. This is going to be one mini reading for each water sign. One for Cancer, one for Scorpio, and one for Pisces, okay? If you would like information on scheduling a personal reading, that will be in the description of the video. That does include pricing. That includes how to get a hold of me. And all the good stuff. Everything you need to know about anything that is relevant is in the description of the video, okay? Anyway, there's a Cancer. There we go. That's what we're on right now. Filling up a little bit slower than the water sign, or the fire signs did, but y'all are still showing up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Man, I just got done doing fire signs, and good Lord, they all showed up right away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are still showing up, though. Appreciate it. 92 of you in here so far. Cool. Cancer. We got any Cancerians in here? Cancerians. I'm looking for a jumper. Those of you new to my channel or my style, I like to start my readings off with a jumper, one that jumps out and gives me a point of reference. Doesn't have to, doesn't always happen, but that's what I'm doing right now, looking for a jumper. Oh, there we go. There it is, Knight of Pentacles. Some of y'all could be dealing with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be though, okay? Whatever this is though, I really feel like, to me, a lot of you are on a new path, of most of us. Do we know anybody repeating any old cycles right now? I don't think any of us are, okay? We're all entering into new cycles one or two ways. Either you took the initiative to walk down the path yourself, or universe put its foot on your ass and shoved you down the path, one of the two. Either way though, this new path is, I think a lot of you are being very cautious, okay? You're planning each step. Okay, being very, very cautious. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Making forward movement, just maybe not the fastest forward movement in the world, but this isn't a race, right? Not a race at all. So let's get 6 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Oops. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Hangman reversed. The Magician card. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Well, let's see what you got here. What the hell is this, man? Okay. All right. So a lot of you, what's going on right now is you started off on the new path, but it's not that you're repeating old cycles, but you still, in a way, are looking in the rearview mirror. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm planning each step, but I'm still looking back in the past. I'm still taking everything that happened in the past and projecting it into the future. All right? Every little situation that I find myself in, I'm constantly looking back and comparing what's happening now to the past. How many of you have done that? You're doing it right now, a lot of you. I've done it a million times. Kind of seems to be in our nature because that's what the ego likes to do. The ego likes to keep itself safe. That's how you know that it's your ego. I'm scared and I'm trying to build a defense mechanism to keep myself safe. I'm going to cross-analyze everything that you say and compare you to the last person that fucked me over. Just to make sure you ain't going to hurt me, right? Maz, thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. You don't really feel the connection like you once did, though. Not really. Not really. You are manifesting new things. You are off on a new path right now. Things are changing slowly but surely. One of those types of things that is a very slow evolutionary process, very slow, okay? You can't really, it's like as it's going along, you're looking for all this hardcore evidence, but the evidence is coming in so slow that you don't really notice it. Not until you stop and look back and see how far you've come. Well, are you gonna notice, whoa, I've come a long way, right? That's cool. The person you're dealing with here, I do think does want to communicate. So much earth energy. Dude, there's so much earth energy in your spread right now. Look at this. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles reversed, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Man, a lot of earth energy in here. Some of you all could be dealing with a situation in which finances were more important than the actual connection, right? And it doesn't have to start out that way. But it's really, really easy to accidentally fall into, okay, we start coming together, we start building a bit of an empire, and then the next thing you know, somebody just tried to call me. Anyway, I don't know where it cut off for y'all, but we come together, and then after a while, now our connection is all based on habit and routine, and we're only really doing this because we have to, right? We're only really doing this because we need both of our incomes together. I'm not really interested in being around you. You're not really interested in being around me. We just need both of our incomes, that type of thing. I know at least one person watching is dealing with a connection in which that was the case. Others of you, it just, one, the other, or both of you, was too afraid to just open up your heart all the way. And it was just more like, okay, let me plan this out. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I can't think of a better way to explain it. But either way, you're not really quite feeling the connection like you once did, but you're still kind of hooked on it just a little bit. Just a little bit, you got like one little bitty hook, one little fish hook still stuck in this right here. And I think the person that you're dealing with does want to communicate, but they don't want to open up. They don't want to open up. So it could be the person that you're dealing with. That's where the vast majority of this earth energy is on their side, but these energies could go either way. Okay, I think you're going to hear from them if you're not currently still in communication with them, but they won't open up. They won't open up. They don't want to express how they genuinely feel. Not really. Do they have feelings? Yes. Yes, but do they want you to know the extent of their feelings? No. So a lot of you are probably getting mixed signals. It's like, I know you feel deeper than this, but I can't prove it. I have no solid evidence. I'm waiting to hear you say something that proves it. I'm waiting to see you do something that proves it. You're not doing it yet. I'm looking and waiting and wishing, right? I'm not hearing the words and I'm not seeing the action that matches up to what I feel in here. It's driving you nuts, isn't it? It's driving you nuts because this person doesn't really want to open up. Let's look at the advice. This is the important part of the reading. Thank you for that positive feedback, Linda. Appreciate you. This is the important stuff. Advice from my Cancers. Couple hundred of you tuned in so far. I think it may have been the school that just tried to call me. They left a voicemail. I have got to invest in a camera setup.
I don't even have my phone.
We're getting the kids registered for school, and I still, as far along in the game as I am right now, I still do everything on my iPhone. I still do all my videos and everything on my phone, and I gotta quit doing that because important phone calls keep coming through. I just gotta go ahead and bite the bullet and say, okay, I'm just gonna go change my whole setup and get a webcam and a laptop and all that. I've just been procrastinating on that. Anyway, let's get 6 shuffles for Cancer's advice. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Damn it. There we go. Last one. About time to retire these decks here. I've had them for a good month and a half. And they're screaming, boss, I'm tired of all this shuffling. All right, I'll order some new ones. 3 of Pentacles. Be sure that there's teamwork, okay? I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, okay? Are we working towards the same goals? What are your goals? There is no right or wrong answer here. I just need to know what they are. What are they? Because if we're not shooting shots at the same goal, we need to talk about this. And if we can't get at the same goals eventually, then we're in each other's way. There has to be teamwork. There has to be teamwork. No, that doesn't mean that I'm going to do it all. No, it doesn't mean that you're going to do it all. That means that we work together. You know, like a basketball team. Every person out there on the team does something a little bit different, you know. I haven't played basketball in years, but you know how it goes. Come on, you got your center, you got your point guard and all that stuff. They all do a different thing, but they're still shooting shots at the same goal. There's got to be teamwork. We're both working towards the same thing. If we're not, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? If your goal in life looks like completely different than my goal in life, then we're both wearing different jerseys. We're both shooting shots at the opposite goal. What are we doing here? What are we doing? You're either on my team or you're in my way. Which one is it? It's up to you, right? Right? I think a lot of you need to understand that this world reversed, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, you need to welcome in, those of you already have, but those of you who have not, you need to welcome in something new and find that separation on the inside between, okay, here's something new, here's a new person, and here's something from the past that I need to heal from. Okay, there's a line of separation in there. It's not that it's impossible. It's not impossible to heal from something while you're in a new situation. It's just that most people don't do it right at all. They don't. I'm going to jump into a new situation. I'm going to use you to distract me from this old pain. And that does not work at all. But I do feel like a lot of you are dealing with a situation in which there is unfinished business. You just kind of have to let it linger. And you just feel the energy cord between the two of you. It's like a piece of cheese. This is the way that, or like a piece of caramel when you buy a candy bar. You know, I like the cheese analogy though. You know, you buy a piece of pizza and that cheese string gets out. It's real thick when it's right here. But the further apart it gets real thin, right? Just pay attention to that energy cord that binds the two of you. Once it starts to get real thin and weak, then maybe we can go back and finish up this unfinished business way down the line. Not right now. Not right now, okay? Don't fight, don't argue, okay? We're not here to try to force anything, okay? We're not here to try to force anything, all right? If you're trying to force it and fight for it, it's not love. There's a lot of things out there worth fighting for, but I just know that love, you can't fight for. If you're fighting for it, it's not love. That's not love, okay? Promise you that. Promise you that, okay? Scorpio. Do we have any Scorpios in here? 280 of you showed up so far. That's cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Scorpio. Let's see what we got here. Yes, looking for a jumper. Looking for a jumper. We don't need one. It's just one of my things. I just like it better when one jumps out for me. It gives me a good point of reference. 5 of Cups, dude. A lot of disappointment here between you and this person. One, the other, or both of you is more the negative-minded type of person. I know that kind of sounds mean. I don't mean it in a mean way. I just mean that when something happens, the first thing your attention goes to is the negative. The first thing your attention goes to is what makes you angry. The bad part, right? You say, fuck that silver lining. No. I'm going to look at the part that makes me mad, the part that hurts, the part that irritates me. That's what I'm going to focus all of my attention on. Either way, though, I still think there's a lot of disappointment here. Okay? Somebody here, one, the other, or both of you, could have been both of you. More often than not, I think it is both people. Set an expectation. An expectation that was probably unrealistic. Okay? More often than not, we have kind of been coddled into believing that we can set these really unrealistic expectations of people, and when they don't meet that expectation, because they can't, okay, because we're setting an unrealistic expectation for another individual, especially if you expect somebody to fulfill you and meet your needs. That's not what another person is here to do, okay? If you expect somebody to do all of your emotional work for you, I know there's at least one person watching right now in which that's what you're dealing with. You thought this person was going to meet all of your needs, didn't you? Oh, well, you're sorely mistaken. That's not what relationships do. We can assist each other. We can come together and help each other. I can help you, you can help me, but I most certainly cannot attach strings to you and do it all for you. Hell no. You ain't no damn puppet. You are your own individual. You are your own person. At the end of the day, your emotional state is your responsibility. Okay? And I know, if that doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Just chuck it aside and wait until you hear something that does. But I know there's at least one person that needs to hear this, okay? That another person is not going to fulfill you. They're not going to take away all of your problems. They're not going to fix all of your your loneliness and your sadness. A person is not going to fix that for you. Okay? The only thing they can do is assist you, but you have to be putting forth effort yourself to get over it too. Okay? And heal from whatever it is that we're trying to heal from. Let's get 5 shuffles. 1, 2, and that is a bummer too. And most of us are damaged, aren't we? Most of us are damaged. Why? What are we damaged from? What are we damaged from? Why is it that we all share one thing in common? You know what that is? We were all good one day, and then we woke up one day broken, empty, and alone. Why? Where'd that come from? Where did that programming come from? How many of you in here right now, you were fine and dandy one day. One day your life was beautiful, everything was great. The next day you woke up and your heart was empty and you were alone. Why? Why? That's why we're all here right now. Because we're out in search of a person to fill that void. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. 10 of Cups reversed, y'all, is your overall energy. Okay, 9 of Cups reversed. This is exactly what I'm talking about, dude. I love it when the cards match up to what I'm talking about. Emotional codependence was the glue that brought the two of you together. One, the other, or both of you. Okay? The person you're dealing with has made a decision to move on from this right here and walk away. Okay? A lot of you are coming together with somebody new right now. Okay? Because you do have the 2 of Cups. You also have the 2 of Pentacles, though. So a lot of you have something new coming in, and there's a part of you that wants to just pass on any new opportunity. But then there's another part of you that's like, let me think about this. I don't know. A lot of y'all are up in your head right now and don't even really know what decision to make. But I do think y'all are going to entertain it for a little bit, okay? But there's still something. It could have been a Capricorn you were dealing with, okay? The Devil reversed, the person you're dealing with. 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords, bro. Yo. They're moving on from this. They're moving on from this. In their opinion, this was not a very healthy connection. Okay? Like I said, this right here is exactly what I was just talking about. This is the actual goal, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody thinks that this is the goal. No, this is not the goal. This is a manifestation that you attract once you reach the goal. If you want 10 cups, you must first collect 9. You will never have that 10th cup if you don't work towards 9. This is the goal, okay? This is the goal we're all going for. Is to feel happy, whole, complete, loved, appreciated, fulfilled. You must feel that first before the universe will mirror that back to you. You must collect 9 cups first before you can collect 10. A lot of us, and dude, no shade thrown. I remember these good old days like it was yesterday. We're trying to go from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, aren't we? Well, look, how the hell are you going to handle 5 whole cups when the 5 you're dealt with, 3 of them are spilled? 3 of them are spilled. You can't even handle the 5 cups you're dealt with right now, right? Let alone 5 full cups. Hail to the no, you can't. You know? And again, no shade thrown. I know there's at least one person right now who's so angry at me, so pissed off at me because I've just told the truth. That happens. That's part of my job. And I'm sorry if I pissed you off. I didn't mean to, but I'm telling you what you need to hear, okay? Let's look at the advice, though. Advice, 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 advice. What is that? Wizard of Oz, isn't it? Oops. All right. Alrighty. Advice for Scorpio. My bad, y'all. I'm running on nothing but coffee and alpha brain this morning. I'm like, shoo, wow, wow, wow. 1, 2, and 3. Boom, Queen of Swords. Okay, that's your advice. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So you have a bit of an advantage as a fixed water sign. Okay. Yes, fixed energy does come with a lot of disadvantages. It's very difficult to adapt to change. Right? I'm a fixed sign too. I'm an Aquarius. I get it. It's very difficult to adapt to change. When somebody jams a stick in your wheel and slams your cycles and your routines to a halt, fixed signs don't react to that very well at all, do they? But there is one thing that you have the advantage of. Your energy is fixed in one spot. You can focus more on yourself. Okay. You can focus much, much more on yourself. Okay. You have the ability to make a decision and not be manipulated. It's much harder to manipulate a fixed sign, isn't it? Not saying you can't be, but it's harder. You got to work towards it. A lot harder to manipulate a fixed sign. Okay? So a lot of you, even though you are a fixed water sign, you have the ability as fixed energy to focus on the self. And in focusing on the self, you need to invite a little bit more of your logical mind into play, because the goal is not to be more logical or more emotional. That's what most people think. You know, if you're too logical, everybody says you need to get in touch with your emotions. If you're too emotional, people say you need to get more in touch with your logic, okay? Well, every single person on this planet was given a logical and an emotional mind. The goal is to have a healthy balance between the two, okay? That's the goal. That's the goal, okay? Now, I'm sure my advice, you know what I'm saying, would be King of Cups, okay? Just like your advice is Queen of Swords, mine will be King of Cups. I'm an air sign. I'm a fixed air sign, Aquarius. Okay, and that's one of our challenges as Aquarians, is it not? If we have any Aquarians watching, isn't that our challenge? Is getting more in touch with our emotions, right? And expressing them in a healthy way and all that good stuff. Same thing, same thing. But Two of Pentacles and Two of Wands. I think you all are already doing this, as it just indicated. Think it through. Think it through right now, okay? Because what we need to do, I was just talking about this to Cancer, we don't want to jump to another person and expect a new connection to heal us from and distract us from the past pain. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, okay? And I know we've all made it. I've made it. We've all done that, haven't we? Okay? Look for happiness in places you haven't looked before. We're so conditioned to looking out here for our happiness. Oh, there's all kinds of cool shit out here that can make us happy and entertain us, right? All kinds, man. I'm not saying that the outside world's a bad place, but if we are looking to anything outside of ourselves to be our only source of happiness, our only source, I don't care if it's your relationship or your bank account or your job or whatever it is, your friends, you know, a bottle of alcohol, hope not, you know, but it seems like we all tend to look to the outside world to be our only source of happiness. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. Happiness is an inside job. It's your choice at the end of the day, whether or not you're going to respond in a positive way or a negative way. And I do not mean to be one of those people that's trying to make that sound easy. No, I know how hard it is. I get it. It doesn't change the fact, though. It doesn't change that universal law. Okay? All right. Pisces. Jenny, thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. Pisces. A few more of you have tuned in now. 361. Decent little group of you. In all actuality, though, if that was people like an audience I was standing in front of, that'd be a big old bunch of people, wouldn't it? 360 people. That'd be a good little crowd. All right. 6 shuffles for Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 3 more. 2 of Pentacles. That's your overall energy. Okay, a lot of water energy in here so far. All right, so this could be, oh, okay, all right. So the 2 of Swords, the person you're dealing with has the 2 of Swords. There's a lot of disappointment. I think the person you're dealing with feels kind of guilty, okay? I think you're dealing with somebody, 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, they feel kind of guilty, but they're a little bit reluctant to say anything, okay? 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords reversed. Things went wrong and they feel like it was their fault, right? They feel like it was their fault. Right now, though, it looks to me like even if they did try to apologize, you don't even want to hear it, do you? You may have been waiting around to hear it for a long time, but now I think you're finally to the point where you don't even want to hear it. Nah, shut up, leave me alone. I don't care. I don't need your apology. I don't want it, all right? All right? I don't think they're going to communicate, but here is the Pisces card on their side. I don't really think they're going to, because I have the 2 of Swords right here, okay? The doorway of opportunity is open, though. It's open, but nobody's walking through it. Cooper, thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for the positive feedback, too. So, yeah, you know damn good and well that all it would turn into is a battle. All it would turn into is a battle. You know it, and they know it. You both know it. So I just see kind of like this silent, like both of you, they're kind of pissed off. Again, I do think the person you're dealing with, though, feels like it was their fault, feels like they feel guilty, but they don't really, for whatever reason. I don't know if they're afraid that you'll take it and run with it. They could be afraid, okay, well, if I tell Pisces how sorry I am, will Pisces say, okay, well, I forgive you and let's work to make this better? Or will they just keep kicking me while I'm down? Will they take it and run with it and try to use that as a source of power? Some of you could be dealing with a person that's afraid that you're going to take advantage. So all different kinds of reasons. When you got this Two of Swords type energy right here in this Moon card, okay, even though this is the Pisces card, okay, they're unsure of how to communicate with you, okay? They're unsure of what to say. Two of Swords, man, you got all kinds of energy going on up here. No decision is being made, okay? No communication is actually happening, and you damn sure ain't communicating. You ain't making no moves in their direction. And like I said, I feel like it could have been a third-party situation. Could have been. Doesn't have to be, though, because you have 3 and 4 of Cups right next to each other. That's interesting. Okay? So I think a lot of you are taking the time to go out and enjoy yourself and have a good time. Okay? And the more you understand how happy you are right now, I think the more you're starting to think, you know what? I don't need their apology. Don't need it. What good's that going to do? Okay? At best, the only thing that's going to do is just kick the cycle on again. We're going to go through this shit again. All right? I don't want that. Okay? Let's look at the advice, though. Should you reach out? Should you keep doing what you're doing? Let's see. Advice is for Pisces. I haven't said that in a long time. I know some of you wanted to hear that. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Advice for Pisces. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, don't be spending too much time up in your head. Whatever decision you've made, stick with it. That's a mutable sign's worst enemy. Okay? All mutable signs, okay? I'm talking about Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. All mutable signs. That's your worst enemy. It's too easy for somebody to persuade you, isn't it? Okay? Well, you need to work past that, okay? This is just for everybody listening. If you're a fixed sign, you need to learn to be more flexible. If you're a mutable sign, you need to learn to be more rigid and stubborn, okay? When I say something, I said it, and that's what it is, and you ain't changing my mind. Okay? If you're a cardinal sign, you need to learn to relax and don't be so pushy and persistent. Okay? Every last one of us has challenges, and it's up to us to identify our challenges and put effort towards overcoming them. The goal is to vibrate higher than your astrological energies that govern you. Okay? Have you ever noticed, I said this in a chat yesterday on my other channel, have you noticed that people who don't believe in astrology act more like the textbook version of their sign than anybody else? You ever notice that? It seems like the more of an understanding of the energies that you have, the more you are kind of able to break the boundaries of those energies, right? Because the being that you really are is not bound to shit. It's not bound to an astrological energy. It's not bound to any of that. The ego is bound to that. That's the energies that govern the ego. Okay, and when you vibrate lower than your ego, then those energies are pulling you around and controlling you. When you begin to understand and vibrate higher than your ego, vibrate higher than the energies that govern you, now you have the capability to take Pisces energy and use it to your advantage for the greater good, right? As above, so below, okay? So, make a decision. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Ten of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Cups again. 9 of Pentacles. All right. When it comes to money and finance, I don't know why this had to come through right now. If you're not worried about money and finance, don't worry about it. But I know at least one person is. So, When it comes to money and finance, don't work your ass off thinking that the harder you work, the more money you're going to make. I've been there. Oh, good Lord, I've been there. I'm going to tell you what. Okay, we live in a dimension that is like water. Think of water. Water, water, water. The universe flows like water. If you put your hand in the water and do this, very little resistance. Very little. Very easy to move. But the harder you fight against the water, the more resistance you're going to get. If you jump off a bridge, pow, that water becomes concrete, doesn't it? The more resistance you put up, the more resistance you're going to get. If you fight against something, it's going to fight back, period. Period. That's all there is to it. So when it comes to money and finance, don't chase abundance, okay? Make abundance chase you. That's the way it really works, okay? That's the way it really works. So I don't know why it came up like that. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Don't chase abundance. The 10th Pentacle is just like the 10th cup. That's not the goal, okay? All that abundance isn't the actual goal. The abundance comes to you as a manifestation of achieving the goal, okay? In terms of love, 9 of Cups would be, the goal is I feel whole and complete. Well, you must feel that first before you're offered your 10th cup. When it comes to 9 of Pentacles, what's the goal? The goal is I'm not worried about money. That's the goal. You must feel that first before you are offered your 10th pentacle, okay? Right now, though, you are absolutely correct to go out and enjoy yourself and have fun and have a good time. Be sure that you can have as much fun as you can doing whatever it is that you're doing. Don't be a negative Nancy. Don't surround yourself with any negative Nancys, man. You have no idea. No offense to anybody named Nancy out there. By the way, you have no idea how contagious negativity is. The powers that be know. Not going to get into that right now. But you have no idea how insanely contagious negativity is. You have no idea. It's contagious, dude. That's the most deadly virus on the planet right now. Negativity. Negativity, okay? Don't be the person that spreads that. Don't be around anybody so you don't catch it. If you feel that negative, nasty energy, okay? We all have our bad days, okay? I'm not saying that it's wrong for you to have a bad day. We all have our bad days. I do. You do. I'm talking about, you all know that one person that every single day, not just, on occasion, not just once a month, not just once every couple months, but all day, every day, they're just negative, nasty, never have nothing good to say. All they do is complain about everything. You know, come on now. Come on now. It's contagious. It's contagious. You stop the spread of that. That's what you need to be stopping the spread of right now. Okay? Negativity. Negativity. Anyway, I feel like the messages my Pisces people, my water signs, needed to hear have come through. I feel like the messages everybody need to hear have come through. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the readings here. I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in and played along. Thank you all so much for the likes and the comments and the super chats and all that good jazz. I will be starting on the September readings very soon. I can't promise whether or not it's going to be today or tomorrow. I do have a few personal readings to get to. If you ordered a personal reading from me and it is due today, I got them right here in front of me and I'm on it. Okay, so thank you all again for, description of the video if you want to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Okay, anyway though, I greatly appreciate everybody that tuned in. Again, I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Okay, y'all have a good one.